Hello guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back if you've been here before. Today we are building a library in Newcrest and yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're using the new kit, the booknook kit. If you can hear noise in the background, I've got my fan on because it is bloody hot. But anyway, let's get into it. So as you can see, I'm just sort of figuring out the shape and I had a little bit of a problem figuring it out. I'm not gonna lie. I did kind of struggle to decide what I wanted and where, but I figured it out in the end. So it's gonna be an old build, but with a modern, sorry, addition. But sorry, I keep saying but. Um, I keep saying It ends up looking quite nice, and I'm really proud of it. I keep having this issue at the moment where when I'm playing the game, if I click on the screen a bit too hard, it just completely crashes, which is very weird. And also, if I try to log on to Twitter on the gallery, it just completely shuts the Sims down. So I don't know if anyone else is having that issue, but I am, and it is annoying. So I struggled a lot with the roofing at first. I didn't know what I wanted, and then I decided on this, which is a shape I've never done before, but I ended up quite liking it, and I think it sort of adds onto it. I focused a lot on landscaping this time. I just wanted it to look a bit nicer on the outside, and it ended up looking quite nice. That's the sort of modern edition. I keep saying modern edition. Um, it's got a nice little space outside. I didn't furnish it too much because by that point I was absolutely roasting and exhausted. I was up till about 2 o'clock in the end and just not having it. But I quite like it, and I think, the spaces where it is sparse with furnishing, you can add little bits to it yourself. I think everyone has a library near them and they sort of follow that, what it looks like. I remember going to the library as a kid, and they used to have these book reading competitions where if you read a certain amount of books in the summer holidays, you'd get a medal. And I remember I hated reading, but I loved the medals, so it worked. I like reading now, but hated it as a kid. So yeah, that's me doing a little bit of landscaping on the roof, and I really, really like it. I think it ended up looking so darn cute, and I would love to do my uni work there. But I'm not gonna lie, this build tested me a bit, but everything tests me. I didn't have much time to do it. I'm sort of gearing up for well, it's not a fun run, a run tomorrow. 5K, which isn't a lot to some, but I am notoriously unfit. So, yeah. It's for cancer research, to raise some money, because hopefully they'll find a cure for it. And then, the world will be a better place if people aren't dying of cancer. Um, so yeah, I'm just sort of focusing. I did add a chimney because I wanted the idea that it's sort of like an old state house that's been converted into this modern space. Because I don't know about you, but where I live in Brighton, a lot of places used to be old houses, and the council has sort of built them and sorry, the council has bought them and sort of built them into public spaces. Um, Now this sort of patio thing I did, don't worry, it looks shit. And I did end up getting rid of it and doing a much better one, I found. I'm really bad at patios. I don't know how they look, where I live, no one has a patio. Um, but what I ended up doing, I did quite like. Hopefully you'll like it too. It is on the gallery, but I don't know if you can download it. Because, like I said, the gallery is being stupidly glitchy with me at the moment. Now, I chose that fountain in the end, and I like it. I love a fountain. Fountains are cool. You can chuck pennies in and make wishes. That's just brilliant. Who thought of that? Um, I always used to make wishes for money as a child, and I don't think my wish would change that much now. Um, yeah, so I love those little stones. I never used to use them. Now they're all I use, which is fun. Um, I ended up, you won't believe how long it took me to figure out how to delete the bloody floor underneath it. Honestly, I am just dumb. I take ages to learn anything, and it took me far longer than I am proud to admit. Luckily, this is sped up, so you cannot glimpse into how long it actually took me. But let's just say I lost all self-respect. So yeah, I did a sort of thing, and then I added some benches because, sometimes you just want to sit down out in the public, and yeah. Now I know I move the camera a lot. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have to do it. My brain makes me move the camera. I've tried not doing it. It doesn't work. Sorry, that is my alarm. It's telling me something important, but I can't remember what it's telling me. So I did buy the booknook kit to do this build, which I like the kit. I think it's quite cute. I just don't know if I'm going to use it in my everyday simming unless I'm building specific lots. But very cute. I really love the what's it? The grunge kit. I adore it. All my Sims wear the clothes and everything. It's all you'll see on my Sims. I was gonna do a video where I played with mods. Sorry, I had to go. I had to clear my throat. I've got a bit of a cold. But yeah, as I was saying, I was gonna do a video where I played with mods. I didn't end up doing it. No explanation for you. Very sorry. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm finishing the inside now, and I am using that booknook kit to hell. It is bloody awesome. Like, to be able to do that to the walls is just brilliant. I didn't want it to be too cluttered. I wanted it to be, like, quite clean and everything, just sort of basic. Because libraries don't tend to be too furnished, at least in my recollection. There's a tiny toilet. I completely forgot to put a toilet in at the beginning, and then I realized that little space under the stairs would make a good toilet. And I was using dinner tables here, but don't worry. Eventually, I read the requirements, and I realized that's stupid, and I got rid of them and changed them to desks. But yeah. Then upstairs we have a little art room, more books, and a sort of study area. Um, yeah, so it's quite nice. You can come here for all sorts of things. Now, there's an art area, which is an art area for adults and an art area for children. So, yeah, I wouldn't bring your toddlers here. There's nothing for them. It's a library, but it's old looking here. Oh, and it has sort of a cafeteria. The new add on is a cafeteria. I forgot to mention that. At that point, I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I was like, oh, should I bulldoze it? And I realized I really liked it and I thought it made the build. So I decided, nope, just add a cafeteria. Sometimes we all get hungry. And there's a library up the road from me which has a sort of eating area. So I thought, why not? Well, it has a cafe, but this has a cafeteria, so you get food for free. And I have said cafeteria 4 times now. Yeah, so we're doing sort of old walls, dated. This is where I realized about the desks, and I put that the wrong way, and I regret it so much looking back. But it took me a while to notice, and then the living thing was being stupid, so I had to work hard. Well, not that hard, but I had to work to fix it. And then we got a big table for them to do their studying, and yeah, it's just a nice group area. You can have a group meeting there. There's a quill on the table. I don't know if any of you are using quills in your uni class. I'm certainly not. But hey ho. And I use more of the bookcase because that should be the centerpiece. Here's a nice little area for you to do some reading. And there's just a nice seat out there. Very basic, but, looks cute. I sort of like that. It's not centered now, which is annoying me, but I didn't realize in the moment. So you can see this is really modern. It's a very modern edition. Yeah, I said that correctly. I did a checkered floor. I like a checkered floor, so I thought, why not? And then, yeah, we did white. Quite like it. It's alright, isn't it? Sorry. Uh, Anyway, I did some doors out onto the patio, and by the patio, I was completely spent. I'm not gonna lie, I was tired. I'd had some drinks, and I wanted to get this finished so I could get it out. And I'm getting it out today in the heat, hence why my fan is running. Um, so yeah, there's a little chess table, a moon looking thing. A telescope. My brain went completely blank there. And here's the toilet. As you can see, it was last minute. And then this is a tour of it. And I think I do really like it. I really, really do. And I'm going to continue building Newcrest. I know everyone's doing it, but I might as well too. So yeah, um, I hope you like it. I'm going to go now. Much love. Bye bye.